Torah Links started with a bunch of us just assembling around the kitchen table at somebody's house. Rabbi Gross would come and just start teaching us.
My first recollection of my connection with Torah Links was attending a lecture at the East Brunswick Public Library.
I began with a Torah class in my office when I was working in East Brunswick. Rabbi Gross, who was at the time living in Lakewood, would travel to East Brunswick with a small kosher lunch in hand.
A couple of years later, the classes had become so popular that Torah Links moved into its new headquarters, and the classes became populated with not just 3 or 4 students, but 10s, 20s, even 30 students.
I'm Paul Martin, and I was the first Torah Links Bar Mitzvah boy from 2002.
Back in 2002, very few people had heard of Project Gesher, which today is Torah Links. Now it's a household name.
Hi, my name is Richard Shorkobin, and I was the very first student to enroll in the JPY Hebrew School.
All 3 of our children have been through the JEPY Hebrew School at Torah Links, and all 3 of them always look forward to going every day, which is a major contrast to my personal experience with Hebrew school when I was a boy, where we used to run away from the house to see if our parents could find us to take us.
My son Alex attended the JEPY Hebrew School program from the time he was a little boy. He prepared for his bar mitzvah with Rabbi Erbs, and he did a beautiful job with the rabbi by his side. After bar mitzvah, Alex continued to study weekly with Rabbi Erbs as part of the MTV program. Today, Alex is a freshman at Rutgers, and he continues to maintain a very close relationship with Rabbi Erbs and with Torah Links. In fact, over his winter break, Alex participated in the Torah Links Lakewood Fellowship Program.
I have a daughter, Sima. As a high school student, she used to come in to Project Gesher, which is now Torah Links, on a regular basis, teaching young high school girls about their heritage, about Judaism. Many of these young women are now married, have built strong Jewish homes in which they are transmitting the values that they learned at Gesher, Torah Links, onto their own families, to their own children.
Rabbi Gross invited me to study with him on Monday evenings, and I made time in my busy schedule, and I'm glad I did, because ever since then I've been a regular.
When I think about the growth of Torah Links, nothing is more obvious to me than what I see at the high holiday services every year. Back when we first started, we were maybe have 30, 50 people in the Warnsdorfer Gymnasium. And now, as I try to go there, it's standing room only. You can't get a seat. The services are so well attended.
We have great fond memories of Hanukkah get-togethers, Purim parties, lots of different events that we've shared together with our Torah Links family.
My family and I have participated in many Torah Links affairs. Barbecues, simchas, parties, Hanukkah parties, get-togethers.
Another feature of Torah Links is the Sunday morning jobbing, where a group of my friends and I get together with Rabbi Gross and Rabbi Landau, and we do shachri together. And it's always been a great joy, because I can be with people I really know and care about and learn a little bit more about the service each week. And on top of that, we end with coffee and pastries, so that's always a fun thing to do.
It's been very exciting over the last year or so. We started a new division called Jewish Women of East Brunswick, JWEB, and we've had some exciting events. We had a wine tasting and a meet and greet. We had a lot of new members, a lot of people who had never been involved with Torah Links show up. We had a spa day with a inspirational speaker that was very successful, and a delicious lunch. And recently we had a glass fusing class for making holiday gifts for Hanukkah, with a lot of new faces as well.
last summer, my wife Cindy went on the JWRP Israel mission with Chani and Shandy, and it was a transformational experience for her.
I grew up in a Jewish home, but no one was really observant. And later on in life, I converted to Catholicism, and I was Catholic, for like 25 years. And then I started having questions, and I just didn't feel very connected with the Catholic faith. And I remember calling my uncle, who was, Orthodox Jewish, and I asked him if I was still Jewish, and he said yes. And I told him I wanted to learn more about Judaism, and his rabbi suggested that I contact a Rabbi Gross in East Brunswick who gives classes. And the first time I came to a class, it happened to be Rabbi Landau who was teaching, and I remember going up to him and saying, I'm Jewish, but I said, but I'm Catholic, and I said, I don't know if I belong here. And he said, have a seat. I just connected on such a deep level to everything that he said. I felt like I was home.
I think looking back over the years and all of our times together with Torah Links, it's made such a huge impact on our family and on our children and on the direction that our children's lives are taking. And it's made a huge difference in leading them in the right direction.
And now I live and work out in San Diego, California, where I still stay very involved in Jewish life, and I credit that to the foundation I had here at Torah Links.
After my bar mitzvah, I was pretty much done. I was like, I'm going to get my bar mitzvah, and that's it. And I'm just going to walk away. But my parents said, you're going to go to this class with Rabbi Landau, and I didn't really want to go, but I was like, fine, I will do it. So I came the first night, I had my notebook and a yarmulke, and I was ready to take notes. I was thinking it was just for like Hebrew school. Rabbi said, put that away, and...
The yarmulke?
No. So put the notebook away. And we just had a discussion. And after that night, I went home and I realized, like, this is different. I'm going to give it a try. I mean, I'd come home some nights and I'll just be like, whoa, that lesson Rabbi just taught was absolutely amazing. And it was great. And I enjoyed, like, every minute of it. And so I thank Rabbi Landau for that.
Thank you.
They have this approach that integrates everything in such a pleasant way that children really look forward to going, which is, to me, one of the nicest things about Torah Links.
We've always been very impressed with Torah Links because it's the only organization in this area where people from the Orthodox community, the conservative community, the Reform community, and the unaffiliated community can come together and study under one roof on an equal basis.
While I might not be Orthodox, I'm still very passionate about my Judaism, and that passion I'd gotten from my years at JPY.
Since its inception, I have watched with pride as Torah Links has developed and blossomed into a full-service Jewish education and outreach organization serving the Middlesex County Jewish community.
I know I told Rabbi Gross and Rabbi Landau this before, but I wish, where were they my whole life, these rabbis? They're beautiful, their message is beautiful, and Torah Links is just a wonderful organization that helps Jews that want more, to really grow and flourish.
We're very excited about Torah Links building their new home here in the heart of East Brunswick.
ושם מסביב לעולם יש צרות, דאגות, החיוך נעלם מחר תראה רק שחור כי גם זה יעבור והכל יסתדר כי השם יעזור יש תקווה, נשיר כולנו יחד יש אמונה חזקה